Panzer Kunst is the first martial art to anticipate combat in zero gravity, originating in Mars. It is the fighting style used by ALITA and, with the exception of a handful of practitioners, is nearly extinct. The names of all Panzer Kunst moves and disciplines are in German, and practitioners are called Künstler, German for artist. Panzer Kunst seeks oneness between the senses and is commonly referred to as the strongest of the cyborg martial arts. Especially effective at disabling and destroying larger opponents, it is the basis of other space martial arts such as space karate. Panzer Kunst is the first fighting style developed to anticipate cyborg combat. It emphasizes combat against both unarmed and armed opponents, including those wielding ranged weapons. Its foundation is fighting in zero gravity, a prerequisite for all space-age martial arts, which allows the practitioner to fight in any atmosphere. So let's begin with a presentation of some practice forms. In this opening set, the practitioner stands straight up, looking straight forward, feet planted firmly on the ground. The legs are separated just a little greater than the width of the shoulders. Both feet are pointed straight ahead. Both arms are held at the sides. In this opening movement, both arms are raised up at the sides, open palms, thumbs outstretched. The palms are facing upwards as both arms are raised above the head. Just before the arms reach a straight vertical position, the elbows start to bend, and then the hands, still open palm, are brought down in front of the face and head in an essentially pressing down motion. The head is kept level at all times, and the shoulders are also kept level at all times. This movement ends with both arms and both hands at the sides. From this stance, the right hand is thrust forward with an open palm, with the open palm facing forward. The thrust ends with the arm fully extended, with the open palm of the hand remaining facing upwards. The right shoulder thrusts forward only slightly, and both feet remain fixed. Once the right arm has fully extended, the right palm is turned inward, resulting in the open palm facing toward the ground. At this point, the open palm is then turned to face upward once again, at which point the open palm is clenched into a fist. It is at the discretion of the practitioner whether all the fingers are closed in tandem or individually. The right fist and arm are then retracted at shoulder level, with the hand in a fist position, with the forearm parallel to the ground and the clenched fist approximating the ear level. Meanwhile, the left arm is brought across the body with the forearm also parallel to the ground and the wrist flexed upward at an angle approximating 45 degrees. The left arm is brought at the chest level in what is essentially a protective posture. From this position, the right arm is advanced toward the front of the body, with the forearm leading and the elbow brought forward at head level, with the right forearm and hand pointing essentially upwards. Meanwhile, the left arm is swung downwards across the abdomen and waist level in a swooping motion, at which point the left arm is brought up upwards, completely above the head, while at the same time the right arm is now lowered across the body. The shoulders are now facing to the left, while the head remains facing forward. At this point, the left arm is lowered to chest level, while the right arm is brought up to chest level, both palms open. From this position, the right leg can be advanced forward while advancing a punch with the right arm and fist. From this stance, a number of punches can be performed in rapid succession, while the feet can be advanced in very short steps, while still keeping the right foot as the lead foot. With the right arm and fist fully extended, this ends this particular set. This next set begins in what we'll call a lunging stance, with both feet on the ground. The left knee is bent at 90 degrees and the right leg is fully extended, with the leg resting on the ball of the right foot. The left arm begins largely extended, directed towards the ground, while the right arm is held with the elbow at approximately a 90-degree angle, while the torso itself is leaning heavily forward. From this stance, weight is then shifted to the left leg while bringing the right leg forward, such that all the weight is placed on the left leg while the right leg is lifted off the ground, while the left arm is brought fully extended to the left while the right arm is brought forward. Meanwhile, the right leg is brought forward with the right knee leading. This ends with a knee strike, with the knee ending at approximately chest level and the right calf, foot and toes pointed toward the ground. This stance is fully supported on the left leg. In this transition, the left arm is brought downward while the right arm is brought upwards, while at the conclusion of the knee strike, both arms are brought forward with the elbows slightly bent. From this knee strike position, both arms are then swung behind the body with open palms and wrists flexed slightly backwards in what we'll call virtually a fly-away position, while stepping forward with the leg until that leg is then planted on the ground. As the right foot is brought to the ground, both arms are brought forward with the elbows flexed at approximately 90 degrees and both forearms parallel to each other and also parallel to the ground, essentially bracketing the chest. The head faces to the right, while both legs are now facing forward. From this position, weight is now shifted to the right leg to a crouching stance where the right knee is bent into a deep crouch and the left leg is fully extended. Both arms are fully extended with the right arm angled upward and the left arm angled downward. At this point, the head no longer faces to the right, but now faces to the left, looking directly over the left arm and left leg. This is a very low crouch. From this position, the body raises up, the head now faces forward, the shoulders now also face forward, both arms are brought in front of the body and then downward to waist level, and we will presume that the stance was transitioned to either a horse type stance or some other transitionary stance in preparation for what we will call the next set. For the purposes of this presentation, let's consider this a new set. And in this stance, the stance starts up very low. The left leg is in the rear and the right leg is brought forward. Both legs are essentially at 90-degree angles, and the right leg essentially crisscrosses the left leg. Both arms are extended behind the body, fully extended, midway between directly to the side or directly to the rear, in essentially a 45-degree angle. Again, the arms are essentially in what I'm calling a flyaway type position. At this point, the body raises up while beginning a rotation to the left. Both arms swing around to the left as well at the shoulder level with the arms outstretched while the rotation continues essentially on the left leg entirely. The left leg is in a stance position, the knee is only slightly flexed. The rotation completes through an entire 360-degree rotation with the body facing forward, both arms in front of the body, while the right leg extends to the rear, and then the entire body lowers down into a lunge type stance. The left knee is bent at 90 degrees with the left foot planted firmly on the ground. The right leg has the right knee bent at about 90 degrees. The right knee is extended out to the side, and that leg is supported on the ball of the right foot. The right hand and arm are brought in front of the body with the elbow bent at 90 degrees, essentially in a protective position, while the left arm and fist are brought behind the head with the fist at approximately ear level in what appears to be a preparation for a punch. From this position, the right leg is brought forward as the body raises up into a stance. The right foot leads in front of the left foot. The shoulders are hunched over very slightly. The left elbow is bent at 90 degrees. The elbow is hit at about head level. The forearm is pointed straight up in the air, essentially in a protective position, while the right arm is also bent at 90 degrees, positioned in front of the chest. And from this position, a series of punches can be initiated in cyclical fashion in rapid succession, while each foot can also advance forward in very short steps, with the right foot remaining as the lead foot. These multiple short-range punches then culminate in the principal punch with the right hand and arm fully extended in a powerful definitive punch. This concludes our detailed breakdown of several Panzer Kunst practice forms. I hope you found this presentation helpful and informative. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in our next volume. Bye bye.